You probably heard about GLP-1 for weight loss, but did you know it could also have an impact on menopause? Because here's the thing, when we talk about weight gain, hormone changes, and metabolism slowing down, menopause is a huge piece of the puzzle. And for women going through it, the weight loss struggle hits completely different. But can GLP-1 actually help with more than just weight loss? Could it support menopausal health, balance hormones, and even improve things like energy levels, muscle mass, and cravings? The answers are surprising. Hey there, welcome back to Nene on GLP-1. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found this channel. And today, we're diving deep into something that's not talked about enough, how GLP-1 affects women going through menopause. So let's get into it. If you're in perimenopause or menopause, you've probably noticed that weight gain hits differently. It's not just about eating habits. Hormones play a huge role. Estrogen levels drop, metabolism slows down, and suddenly, the things that worked before just don't work anymore. That's because estrogen isn't just a reproductive hormone. It also affects insulin sensitivity, fat storage, and even muscle mass. So when estrogen levels start decreasing, the body starts holding on to fat, especially around the belly. And if that wasn't enough, cravings tend to increase while energy levels take a nosedive. Sound familiar? This is why so many women find it harder to lose weight in their 40s, 50s, and beyond. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. Your body is literally working against you. But here's where GLP-1 comes in. GLP-1 medications work by regulating appetite, improving insulin sensitivity, and slowing digestion, which for women in menopause could be a game changer. Since menopause often leads to increased insulin resistance, this medication could help you keep your blood sugar stable and prevent that cycle of cravings, crashes, and stubborn fat storage. And the appetite control, that's huge when hormonal changes make cravings feel out of control. But here is something I didn't expect. Some women on GLP-1 have actually reported more energy and fewer hot flashes. Now, there aren't enough studies to prove that GLP-1 directly affects menopausal symptoms, but anything that improves metabolism and insulin balance could definitely have an impact on how the body feels during this stage of life. Now, before we start calling this a miracle solution, there's some things to watch out for. If you're in menopause, you already have a higher risk of losing muscle mass. And since GLP-1 can sometimes lead to muscle loss, it's even more important to focus on high protein meals and strength training to protect your muscles and metabolism. Another thing to keep in mind is bone health. Estrogen plays a key role in keeping bones strong, and as levels drop, the risk of osteoporosis increases. Since GLP-1 can sometimes reduce appetite, some women aren't eating enough, which means they're missing out on the nutrients needed for bone health. Making sure you're getting enough calcium, vitamin D, and protein is so important if you're using GLP-1 during menopause. And of course, there's the hormonal aspect. Some women notice that while GLP-1 helps with appetite and weight loss, it doesn't fix other menopause symptoms like mood swings, sleep disturbances, or low libido. That's because those issues are tied directly to estrogen and progesterone, which GLP-1 doesn't affect. So if you're in menopause and considering GLP-1, or if you're already on it and trying to make it work for you instead of against you, here's what I've found makes the biggest difference. Prioritizing protein is non-negotiable. Your body needs protein to maintain muscle, which is critical when estrogen levels are dropping. Strength training is another game changer. It's not just about weight loss, it's about protecting your metabolism. Lifting weights, resistance bands, and even body weight exercises. All of those help fight the muscle loss that naturally happens during menopause. Hydration also plays a huge role. GLP-1 causes dehydration for some people, and menopause can already make you more prone to bloating and fluid retention. Drinking enough water, especially if you love chewing on ice like I do, can make a huge difference. And the last piece, sleep and stress management. If menopause is already affecting your sleep, adding GLP-1 into the mix might change things even more. Some people find they sleep better because their blood sugar is more stable, while others notice disrupted sleep in the beginning. Either way, focusing on a nighttime routine, whether that's cutting caffeine earlier, adding magnesium, or creating a wind-down habit, can help your body adjust. At the end of the day, menopause changes everything about weight loss, but GLP-1 could be a helpful tool if you're using it in the right way. It's not not a fix for everything, but when combined with protein, strength training, and a little extra self-care, it could make this stage of life feel a lot easier. So now, I want to hear from you. If you're in menopause and on GLP-1, have you noticed any changes in your cravings, energy, or metabolism? Let me know in the comments because I know so many women are trying to figure this out. Thanks so much for watching. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to hear this. I'll see you in the next video.